Hello again, and welcome to another tutorial. Today we're actually not going to be doing a makeup look tutorial. We're going to be doing more of a hair tutorial. I don't know if you've noticed, but I don't have, this is not my real hair. I have really short hair. If this is your first tutorial, then surprise, not my real hair. If you've seen my others, then you'll know that I have actually really short hair, and it's actually naturally really red. Well, not naturally really red, it's dyed red-ish, brownish red. You're about to see what it actually looks like when I start the tutorial itself. But anyway, I am going to do this tutorial today because I wore my hair like this yesterday, and people were like, how, is that a wig? It's not a wig. It's two clip-in hair ponytails. You know, the ones like, for instance, I literally bought this at Walgreens. I don't remember why I bought them, but I use them all the time because I can do crazy things with them and not how you would expect. So yeah, literally in the narrow box, the clip-in ponytails, they come in like blonde, black, brown, sometimes red, for like $6. That's what this is. So I'm going to show you how to do this to your hair. Really all you need is the hair pieces themselves and probably brush, a lot of bobby pins. I have a wig brush because I have a lot of wigs. The brush, don't use anything with bristles. Like, these are wire bristles, so if you have a wig brush, use your wig brush just to come out your hair itself. Or I guess plastic is better than, like, you don't want to use like a boar bristle brush on it because it's not natural hair, it's synthetic hair, and it'll make it crazy. So don't use them. And a little bit of a water bottle and a couple of hair, like small hair ties if you have them. You don't necessarily have to do them. How I do it, well, I'll show you in just a second. But we're gonna get started. But yeah, so let's get started. Alright, so as you can see, this is my natural, what my hair normally looks like on a day-to-day basis. It's short and crazy. Right now, it's a total mess because I actually had that hair in and I took it out to show you how to put it back on. So it's a ridiculous mess, but it doesn't matter what your hair looks like underneath because we're gonna cover it all up. And the nice thing about this trick is that, as you can see, this is like the hair piece that we're putting on doesn't match. I could put a blonde one on and you wouldn't know. I'm using brown because it's the one I have, and I felt like being a brunette today anyway. But it doesn't really matter because we're covering up so much of our hair. You could use any ponytail clip-in thing color that you want. You could have black hair, you can be blonde. It's cool. So anyway, what we're gonna do, we're gonna get our hair out of our way. We're gonna be attaching it to our hair, but we're just gonna kind of pull stuff back right now. Because we're using two pieces, I like to give myself two little ponytails. In my case, like little nubbins, because like my hair is super short. There's not a whole lot to work with back there. So I'm just taking and I'm gonna grab one kind of chunk of hair and just kind of pull it back. And I have a little tiny, like this. It's the size of a rubber band that I'm using. I'm just gonna give it this. And the reason I'm actually putting it in the ponytails is these are clip-on ponytails, so I like letting the hair have something to grab onto. It's just easier if it has a cloth and just grabbing onto pulled back hair. Like your straight, natural hanging down hair doesn't work quite as well. So, okay. So, another little ponytail. Nothing. I guess if your hair isn't long enough to put into tiny little nubs, this might not work. Probably I don't know. Your hair would have to be really short, because mine is really short. As you can see, I'll turn around so you can see what it looks like. It's going to be a mess, and it doesn't matter what it looks like back there. I just need the two places for it to grab onto. So it's probably going to, I don't know what it looks like. I don't care. So this is what it looks like back there. We've got the top one for one of them to attach to. The second one down here for the other one to attach to. I hope you can hear me. The microphone's like not where it was. Vitamin water. Delicious. Good for your soul. Alright, so I don't want the bangs and kind of wetting down, slicking them back, because I don't want these bad boys showing. I'm going to give myself fake bangs so you can see how it is. Oh, and I forgot to mention earlier that you're going to need like a scarf or a wrap to make this look work. It's going to help hide everything, but it's really cute in style right now anyway. So, we'll kind of funky in. And this, I don't really know, I might pin it back a little bit, make sure it stays where it's supposed to. I'm doing like a horrible thing and putting bobby pins in my mouth, probably shouldn't do that. Alright, so for part one, let me see here, is that the one I want? Alright, so let me show you kind of what we're working with, so you get an idea of what, if, I mean, you might have one of these already chilling at home. If not, these are really cool. Well, I don't know if it's really cool. I do it, and it might be something that you think about doing. But anyway, okay, so they're like the little, it's like that ponytails with little grabby things, and it's like just along this. You can get them at Sally's. I swear to God I bought this at Walgreens, so you can get them anywhere. Right, so what we're going to do is we're actually not going to be using them like this, because I don't know if you saw, I had like big voluminous hair. And we go with two. One just kind of gives you, it just doesn't look as well. And since we're going crazy anyway, may as well go big or go home. It's my like phrase in life. Cute. I feel really cute right now. No, not so much. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to turn it sideways. This one, like, I don't know if you can see, but also this is why one won't work, because of how it's cut. It goes like this, and so the back of your head will look like you have a really uneven haircut if you put it on like this, so don't do that. I'm turning it so this, the longer side, is, I guess it doesn't really matter. But when we do them, we have to make sure that they're opposite. So I'm going to make sure that the long side is going to be on my left shoulder, and I'm attaching this to the bottom part of I'm just attaching it to the bottom of my ponytail, the lower ponytail. See, this is what it would look like if you only had one. No, it doesn't work. All right, so I'll show you what that looks like back there. It's just attached. I hope you can see. I don't know, but. There's step one. Alright, and what we're going to do is we're going to do step two. Okay. And because we're making this, I'm giving ourselves a little bit of fake bangs. Like, oh, this is why you need the brush for later. It's kind of adding it, doing weird things. Actually, I did this entirely backwards. Oh, from what I had it like last time on. It's alright, it's probably good for me to show you. So, I'm going to kind of brush through and spray it with water if it's giving you a hard time. Water on fake hairs, the good way to take care of it. Kind of brushing it so it's, I don't have to do a whole lot of it later. And remember how this side is the long side? Well, now this side, on this one, is going to be the long side, so the longer end is going to be hanging down here. I'm just going to attach it to this one up here. Alright, so if your hair matched and you wanted to, like if my hair was brown, you could almost, I mean, you would have to work with like pinning some of this forward and up, but if you worked with some bobby pins, you probably actually get this to work. I actually used to do that. What I'm going to do now is just kind of go through and comb stuff. Make sure that they feel secure on my head so I can like bounce around. Look cute right now. Alright, so you've got that all squared away. Now, okay, so because we're going to be covering this part up with our wrap, and also if your hair matched, you wouldn't have to give yourself fake bangs, but I feel that this is so obvious that this is not my hair. Like, I cannot pull this off as being, that looks stupid. So, we're going to hide it with a wrap. And so, if you had a normal thing, you could, I kind of pull this back over so it sits up over. Kind of scrunch up the thing so there isn't any weird, it just looks like you got a ton of hair. But see how that just still looks, it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. So what we're going to do is we're going to take, and I'm making side swept bangs because I feel it's the easiest one to pull off as being, it's the easiest to make. You can try to work with doing other bangs yourself, but this is how I do it, and I wear side swept bangs all the time. Alright, so what we're going to do is from the top piece, and alright, so this is my long end, this is my short end. See the difference? I'm taking a piece from the short end. I literally am doing this completely opposite of the way I had it a little bit ago, but it doesn't matter. Not your real bangs, so you don't have to worry with cowlick or anything. They're going to go exactly where you tell them. So, I mean, you could use the long ones if you want, but I'm taking it from the shorter end. Kind of combing through it, and I'm just literally taking a little chunk. Alright, and so, that doesn't look that cute yet, right? I'm kind of just going to pin them. Ooh, my nose just said, I'm sorry. Where I want them. May add more to it later, but I just kind of want to pin it up here, because again we're hiding all this area up here, so you won't be able to see. So I'm pinning just kind of in place so it doesn't move around underneath your scarf. I think I actually want to add a touch more hair, so I'm just going to grab a little bit more. Comb it down so this down here isn't crazy. And if you wanted to make these, if you wanted to make them shorter, you could just pull it back so it's like that, but right now it looks a little bit like a comb over. Ooh, not that no one wants that. So I'm just going to kind of pin them in. Oh, it's missing the end. And just kind of play with how it looks. For instance, it might be a little longer look, but we've got long hair, so we can pretend that that's how it is. Like I said, it's not even the same as I had it last time, but it's cute. Alright, so I'm going to put a little bit more pins in here just because I like how this looks, so I don't want it to move. So, pin, pin, pin. And see how this piece is a little longer? What I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of this right here, I'm just going to pin it to my head. Literally I'm taking it and lifting and I'm pinning it. Because there's so much hair underneath all of this that it's going to hide a lot of your of pins. No one's going to notice. No one's going to have any idea. Or, and also if they do, yeah, you have pins in your hair. Who cares? People wear pins in your hair all the time. You can be like, yeah, you think that my hair's, I have force. I have pins in my hair. Whatever. It's not even real. And, alright, and so now because we still need to kind of cover this up, but not as much as you can tell, we're just going to take our scarf and wrap it around our head. I like kind of keeping it a little bit forward, just in case it hides any of my weird natural hair. Real hair, I guess my hair isn't naturally this color. My hair is actually pretty close to being naturally a fake hair color, believe it or not. It's a little darker, but not much. It's a really long scarf. Had an orange one on yesterday, as you can see if you watch my Jupiter makeup look tutorial. That's exactly what I did to my hair. But I had orange. Alright, and so you kind of play with this up there in your hair. Might move this back a touch. With my bangs, adjust. But yeah, if you kind of just play with it and adjust it, comb it through, got yourself some fake hair with it, just cheap fake ponytails. So I hope that maybe, I don't know, if you want to rock this, here's how to do it, and have a great day.